Hi, good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Khalilah Bruzual from My Life is a Testimony. I am so excited right now to be here because we're doing something different. We're doing something amazing. And if you know My Life is a Testimony, that's what we're all about. And so we started a new series called Chronic Pain Conversation. And I am here beside me with one of you want to introduce yourself?
So I'm Sheriffa McLaren. I'm Reefa McLaren on Instagram, on everything, pretty much.
And
I'm Victoria Vix, and I'm chronically victorious on Instagram.
awesome. All right, so I've done the introduction to say welcome everybody to another exciting event when it comes to My Life is a Testimony. We hope that as you're watching us right now, if you are a chronic pain sufferer, if you deal with fibromyalgia, if you deal with anything that ails your body, whether you have a diagnosis or not, if you have a family friend or you have a colleague, this is the time to share the information because it's about to get good. So, Miss Victoria, please take it over.
So basically, what we're doing is having chronic pain conversations, and we have banded together to, I guess, share a little bit about our experiences and to also help to be a voice for other people like us. And so we want to have conversations about a bunch of different topics. We'll be talking about things like doctor visits and symptom management to relationships and all kinds of different things. And we're just going to be sharing from our perspective as chronic pain sufferers and hopefully just share some encouragement as well. So,
all right. So who's up first?
So I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and what I suffer with. So, like y'all know, I'm Sheriffa McLaren. I suffer from an autoimmune disease called lupus. I don't like to say suffer because I'm not like. Anyways, I deal with lupus. And that has actually caused me to also be dealing with kidney failure. So it's two things I'm dealing with. I still want to say I live a normal lifestyle, but surrounding our conversation, chronic pain is definitely something that comes with lupus. So I guess as time goes on, ladies, they'll get to know a gist and get deeper into specifically how that affects me chronically.
Ms. Victoria, you want to talk a little bit about you?
sure. So I'm Vix, and I have a few different things. I have EDS, which is Ehlers-Danlos syndrome hypermobility. So that's type 3. And basically, that causes collagen defects, skeletal structure defects. I'm very bendy. My joints are hypermobile. And I also have fibromyalgia and IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. So um, dealing with chronic pain is a part of EDS and also part of fibromyalgia on two different sides of it. EDS is more of like the skeletal structure and muscle because of the skeletal structure. And then fibromyalgia causes quite a lot of nerve issues and all kinds of fun things.
All right, I guess that's just me, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Let's see. The list that unfortunately that I'm dealing with is a little longer than I'd like it to be. So the biggest thing I'm dealing with right now is fibromyalgia. It is PNES, which means non-epileptic seizures, which means that my seizures don't stem from the brain, like how the brain would normally set them off. that it's actually coming where they just don't know.
Like it's in a sense where you're aware that you're having a seizure.
Yeah. So basically, I can experience a seizure I'm not drop down shake like you people are used to, but I do shake. It can be set off by different things. Emotions can set it off, an outside trigger, a sound, my body feeling the energy, things like that. And even just the fact that, and those are just some of the outside things. I also have, I deal with some of my internal issues for my invisibility of like the GERD and the IBS and the hiatus hernia, which is all internal digestion, which means not only can body hurt on the outside, but it can hurt on the inside. Yes. The list goes on with everything else in my life. But I'm here because the My Life is a Testimony platform is definitely something that's meant to be for the people. I think Victoria was really big on saying that. It is for the voice of the people. And we are about, let me talk to her for a minute. I think she's with me. Victoria got kicked out for a minute. The reason why I'm doing this is because the My Life is a Testimony platform is really all about being an advocate, giving people information. And since I go through a lot of pain, but somehow I seem to be peaceful through it, I was told to share it. So I've been sharing it. And are we sharing our fun fact yet, or am I waiting?
I don't know if Victoria wants to go ahead and let us share.
Fun fact with Victoria.
Oh, you want me to do mine first?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Well, my fun fact is that not many people know this, but I love dancing, and I frequently do Zumba. So there's my fun fact.
Okay. Me and Khalilah have to come on a Zumba class.
Did you say she likes Zumba?
I do Zumba online.
Okay, no, can you just go back to the fact that she said like she likes Zumba, which is not a problem.
No, but
I'm just trying to see Victoria Zumba. Like that's all I'm trying to see right now. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. How does that work?
I see you.
It's not a very well-known fact. I keep it hidden from most people.
How do you move? Like I'm straight good serious because I know at some point in time we're making a conversation of what's happening and how we manage our bodies. But I'm really interested. How do you move with Zumba?
Hold on. Can I say something?
Yeah.
I officially think that Victoria fakes certain things when she's around us. She fakes it.
No, it's all I find managing spoons. So I am only able to do Zumba if I have a certain amount of spoons, or for those who don't know what spoons are, it's basically like an analogy for energy. So I try to manage my energy, and it's something that I have to, I guess, accept that when I do Zumba, I'm going to be in pain and I'm going to have a flare up. It's pretty much.
Got it. You do it instead of preparation.
Exactly. Like, I'm not going to do Zumba if I know I have to go out somewhere.
Got it. True. Okay. So my fun fact is I have a hobby of making candles, and I have just turned that hobby into a business. Yo, girl, about to be making that paper. No, but that's a fun fact.
You guys don't know this, but she's really crazy, which is why we love her.
Okay, I wasn't gonna do that just yet, but since you just burst the bubble, I guess we just gotta put it out there that
You know what's funny? Can we,
dying.
before we keep going, as much
Are
as
you
we're laughing about it, I think that one of the things that a lot of people will understand is just the fact that, like, we're all kind of entrepreneurs because of the fact that we have disabilities. So maybe that's a conversation to have later on, because we can't live a 9 to 5.
like literally, we really can't.
Like literally. So it's like, how are we making the money outside of what the government gives us and within the frame? Everyone's like, you can make this much amount more money. But
Yeah.
okay, go on and hustle, my love. So does that mean me?
Yeah, back to you.
You want a fun job? Okay, the one that pops into my mind, because we have been talking about advocacy, what this is all about, is I actually spoke at Parliament Hill for women's rights back when I was like end of high school. So
okay, Miss Prime Minister.
Are we talking about black female things? Yeah. All right. Okay, so what are we supposed to go on to right now? What are we having a conversation about? Let's see what we're doing. Today we're talking about what?
I think just who we are, and I guess we should ask each other questions. I guess the questions.
Comments coming out?
Huh?
Do you have questions?
I don't know. Don't we have questions to ask each other? I have questions.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, girl.
So my question to both of you is, and I guess of course we're going to do more than one episode, so they'll get to know us a little bit more deeper as we go.
I never trust her when she says something. Like, the way she starts it off is way too like jokerish, like too.
Yeah, it's not a hard question. It's not a hard question. So my question to the both of you is, have you come to terms that this is going to be like an ongoing long-term situation for you? I'll give you an example. So when I first got diagnosed, I was in this mindset where I was like, all right, doc, give me the pills. Let me pop the pills so that the thing goes away. And then he was like, no. Like, this pill that you're going to be taking is going to be forever. So that's why I'm asking, have you come to grips that this is going to be a long-term thing? Because for a little bit, I was not on that. Like, one doctor would tell me that it's long-term, and I would just think that he's really just pulling my leg, and I would secretly go ask another doctor to see if I would get another answer. And it's the same thing. So have you two come to grips that your situation is a long-term situation that you'll be managing over how many years?
I'm gonna let Senorita Victoria go first.
Okay.
From my perspective, it's up and down. I wouldn't say I have fully come to terms with that. I'd say it's something that I definitely understand and is on my mind on a daily basis. But I still wrestle, I think, more with, I guess, other people's opinions, doctors, healthcare professionals, stuff like that. You mentioned even just having doctors with different opinions, and I've had different doctors tell me different things like, oh, you're young, this is fine, you're going to get over this in like a year or so. And then I've had doctors tell me, okay, you're going to be dealing with this forever. So I've had to really, I guess, step away from other people's opinions and even the doctor's opinions and do my own research and really come to terms with it with, like, for myself. And I think I'm still just in that process of really coming to terms with it myself and stepping away from other people's opinions.
Khalilah?
Okay. All right. I just switched over. Can you guys hear me?
Oh, that sounds so much better, yeah.
Yay. All right. So the answer is yes. Heck yes. Yes to the 10th degree. Yes, yes, over and over and over again. And the answer for that reason is specifically because I was in another car accident in a few months ago. So the reason why most of my chronic pain, my outside like chronic pain, fibro, and PNES came up was because of my first accident. And now, 3, 4, what are we in? August, September, October. Yeah, not even, we're basically on 3 months. And it's happened. And I shut down again. And I've been rebuilding again. And I was talking to my social worker with regards to this, my PNES social worker. And she actually said I was taking it very well because I've come to the understanding that this is just part of my life. I've come to the understanding that, when I go through something, when my body goes through something, and it can be a small traumatic incident, it could be a large one, this is just part of my life, and I'm not supposed to get upset about it anymore. This is a place where, we have everybody, and it's just like, it's just in a place where you're just kind of like, you know what? If a whistle blows and my body's low and I have a seizure or my body freaks out, I can't be mad at it anymore, right? Like, I can't be mad at it if, just same with that, when you have seizures and you can't pick when it's going to happen, right? And you just understand that this is where your life is right now and this is what you're dealing with, then yeah, I go for it.
But with that being said, you do get frustrated though. Like, you have days where you're just...
I'm not frustrated anymore. There are days where I don't think I'm as frustrated anymore. I think I've actually accepted it. Now, if you had this conversation with me and Sheriffa 3 years ago, that would be a whole different comment. I would have been like, hell no, I'm not okay. Hell no, what are you talking about? No, this is not okay. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at in terms of this.
Well, I think the song by Alicia Keys, Superwoman, is your song because I've been in this 7 years and I'm still like, some days, like, can't.
You can't deal?
Yeah, sometimes I just can't deal.
I think that's because, like, I think first and foremost, my mindset around this whole thing is that I already know pain. I don't say it to brag or boast or be even happy about it, but, this is not the first thing that has come across my life. Mm-hmm. And I've had to learn to be patient on a lot of different scales about things happening with my body. And I think that's just where I am. I can't do anything about it. That's just where I am. Yeah. Does that make sense?
It does make sense.
Plus, you're talking to a motivational, you're talking to someone that does motivational, has a motivational platform. So literally, I went into this going, how the hell do I get up and start walking? Mm-hmm. How the heck am I being a baby? And like, the concept is like, my first 3 years, I went through a lot of ups and downs. I had, just falling out of a wheelchair at an airplane set me back. Just different things does. But how many times as children, when you try to crawl, you don't get it right away. When you try to stand, you don't get it right away. You got to figure out how to hold on to it, and you use it to walk. When we start to walk, you still are not holding on to something, but you go down and you get back up, and you go down and you get back up. Or even with the bicycle, you get older It's the same thing. It's not like we don't have a life that shows us that we have to go through things, or when we go through things, you don't get it right off the bat. We have our lives consistently show us sometimes we got to just go through something over and over again. And I like to use video games as the biggest example. How many times you got to pass a level sometimes? We're okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just be okay with it when it comes to our life.
True. I like that. Definitely like that analogy.
All right. What's your next question, Mamacita?
Oh, that was my burning one.
That was your burning one. All right.
I have a
Vix,
question
you're on.
for how long have you both been dealing with these things? I think Sheriffa, you kind of mentioned it, but how long have you been dealing with these conditions?
So my lupus I've been dealing with for 7 years. Yeah, 7 years. And then kidney disease I've been dealing with for 6.
Okay. Let's see. I have been dealing with fibro for about 3 years. I got diagnosed with PNES about 2 years. I've been dealing with my GERD. When did Brandon pass? It was about 2015. And everything else kind of trickles in between. But, I have other issues. Like, I've got the other health issues. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but trying to stay gluten-free, lactose intolerant, those things have been longer. So, yeah. What about you?
So would you say that, for me, it's a little complicated, but I was born with one of my disorders, but I didn't know that I had it. And I was diagnosed with scoliosis at age 11. And then at age, I can't even remember, but it was around 2017. I was diagnosed with EDS, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and then in 2018, fibromyalgia, and then just this year, I finally got some answers about IBS. But the symptoms of these things I've been dealing with for a very long time, pretty much my entire life. And for EDS, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, that's what I have. That's what I was born with. It's still very unknown. There is a lot of question marks as to how exactly it impacts the stomach and the bladder and different things like that. So for me, it wasn't really like I was diagnosed and my life kind of changed at this moment. It's been a lifetime question mark. Yeah.
Okay. I guess it's my turn to ask the question, right? Let's see. How do I ask this question? I guess my question has been, do you feel like you've been getting all the support that is needed through everything that you've been going through? Not just from your family and friends, but even from whoever your medical specialist team is, and why, or who is your team and why? Like, what are they there for to do for you?
So I'll go first. So there's one specialist that he's been there for me since day one, and that's my nephrologist, and he's absolutely amazing. Shout out Dr. Pandas, though, York Region Healthcare. Anyways, yeah, I have nurses at my dialysis clinic. They're amazing as well. They're good for questions. I don't know if I think you guys might know, like, you're assigned like a social worker. Do you have specifically assigned a social worker? Victoria's nodding her head. Khalilah, do you?
I have a I have a seizure social worker, yeah.
Okay. So the issue I have is with my social worker. I don't think that the communication and the access to them is 100% there, if that makes sense. But other than that, I think like support wise from who I need it from, I do. I think if I just had more access and support from my social worker, then that would be great too.
From my perspective, I would say no, I don't have the support that I need, but I'm getting there. My family doctor has been incredibly unsupportive. Every time I try to get referrals or like even my handicap pass, she keeps giving temporary, and it's just not seeing the severity of what I'm actually dealing with. And a lot of the time, I come away from appointments with her feeling like, oh, am I just making this up? Am I just looking for attention? Or is this really a real thing? So I'm currently looking for a new family
I was
doctor.
about to say, just change them.
Yeah. And I would say my rheumatologist is pretty great, but limited. I would say I've had a lot of difficulties with medication. I have a very sensitive body to have major reactions to medication, and mostly what my rheumatologist tries is medication. So have not been having a lot of luck there, but um, I do see a naturopathic doctor who is basically my rock when it comes to my healthcare support. He sees like a holistic perspective, so he asks not just about my pharmaceuticals, but about my exercise, my diet, my sleep, every aspect of my life. And so that's been incredibly helpful. Um, and I also deal with pretty severe mental illness as well. And so I do have a case manager um, on the mental illness side of things. And
My next question was going to touch on that still.
true. But yeah, I have been feeling similar to what you said, Sheriffa. There's some communication issues, but I think that the service that I'm still getting is quite incredible. And another mental health side of it is psychotherapy. I'm seeing a psychotherapist, and he is incredible. I've gone through a bunch of different counselors, and I finally found one that really clicks with me. And so, on from that perspective, that's been great. And sorry to keep going so long, but I just saw a gynecologist and referred me to a specialist, a pain specialist when it comes to gynecology. And I forgot the name, but apparently they are one of the top pain specialists when it comes to gynecological issues in Toronto. So I am very blessed to have had that referral. So yeah, it's a process.
What about you, Khalilah?
I don't know if it's because of the voice that I have or who I am. I haven't had any issues. Had a lot of pain trying to figure it out, but I haven't had any issues. Literally, I think originally, I think my doctor thought that this was some issues in my head, but then it clearly became evident even to him when I had my seizures in his office that it wasn't. And then the other thing is I've made myself very resourceful. I've made myself in going into like fibro groups or things like that and getting resources. When I walk into my doctor's office, I'm like, I want to try this, and I have all the paperwork. I have all the paperwork and all the information, so it makes it really easier for them, like the fax number where to send the referral and all that other stuff. I think also because of my clinicians, when I walk in, I make it very, it's not only because of the voice, and my voice doesn't go in angry or harsh, but it's like, we need to talk about the best way to make this happen. And And even though I'm doing it slowly, apparently I'm doing it faster than the average pain sufferer. But I'm really working very hard to alleviate all of my things. And so my team, here's a long list. I have masseuses to stress out my body, to release tense. I have chiropractors, one that does laser treatment on my body when it's hurting because it helps the body, one that does matrix patterning on it, and that releases more tension from my body. I have a physiotherapist. That's what the physiotherapist does. They do the lasering treatment, but I also do aquatherapy, or I did, and I took aquatherapy to the summer into the lakes. I have a personal trainer because with physiotherapy, they can kind of help you along and they give you certain mechanics, but my personal trainer is the one that's really right beside me, getting me through it. It's more of a hands-on. I have the family doctor, the rheumatologist. I have nerve block injections. I have the nerve block injection team to help me, which I'm not the biggest fan of. So when they know, when they see me, that I'm coming in for a reason. And I have a nutritionist. And I have the nutritionist because if my insides get inflamed, my outsides get inflamed. But because I can't even cook for myself right now. With this most recent accident, it's diverted me so much. Like, I would be going back to ordering out, but at least I have someone that cooks for me. And if I order out, I have someone that's training me and speaking with me in my mind to show me what I can and can't eat. So I have a very, I would like to think, well-rounded team. And if I forgot anybody, I apologize. You know I love you. But I think they see how hard I'm fighting. They see me smiling even when I've got tears in my eyes. And even my family, you know, even my mom is like, this chick just won't stay down. So I think people see that mindset. I think that's what it is. And I also, if you guys know me, if you bring a conversation into the environment and I'm not about that and it's about me, I'm like, no, shut up. Like, you know me, I'll be like, I'll shut that crap down right away. So if you come in and been like, are you sure you can? You're not on my team. Go. Go. Right? If you say to me, take it slowly, you know, are you hurting as you're doing it? You know, those are my ride to dies. But if you're like, we can't have this conversation because you obviously don't think the way that I think. New mindsets. So.
Got it.
Yeah. I love that we're all different personalities on this right now. Because you're gonna see a lot. Like and I think that's why we did it the way that we did it. Not only do we all come from different perspectives in terms of our health, and what we deal with, I think this is a great, like, chronic pain conversation gives us a really good aspect of what we're dealing with. Like, I don't know if it's okay to bring it up right now, but, you know, all three of us right now are feeling it. And then, Trini, I feeling it. Yes, you feeling it. Like, I didn't even get to know what's going on with you guys. Like, why are you... I'll tell you about all in a second.
Last night, no, I lied. Yesterday morning, I felt it a little bit, but I'm like, yo, we're going to push through this. A little ache and pain ain't going to get me down. No, by the time 12 o'clock hit, I couldn't walk. My right side, just pinched nerve, was rocking me all down my right side. And I was like, no. Got my back massage last night. Everything still did nothing for me.
What? Why? What triggered it?
I have no clue. None whatsoever. But like you said, we gonna get through this. They not ready.
I'm a survivor. I'm gonna give up. I'm not. Yeah, girl.
Yeah, no, like, I'm literally trying to be comfortable in bed, and I'm still not even comfortable because I'm just hurting. Victoria, what's going on with you, girl?
We should do a health check-in first before we start doing our next episode. What's up?
Right? Honestly, like right now, there's so much. I am so dizzy. It is crazy. I can barely see make out
Just know
everything
we
on
look
this
cute.
screen.
If you can't see us properly, I'm telling you, we look cute.
Don't kill me!
Thank you.
I'm not. I can't. But you do. I'll second that. You know, girl, you looking good. You looking good.
Thank you. Praise God,
We
I
never
don't look
do.
how I feel. But I'm currently in a not great living situation, and I am currently the caregiver for my 97-year-old granddad, while I am also dealing with my own stuff. So I have been constantly pushed over the edge these past few weeks, and I've been pretty much in a constant flare-up for the past week and a half. So I've got nausea, pain, all kinds of pains, and if I were to tell you everything, I would be here for quite a while. So let's just leave it at I'm hurting, but I am still here by God's grace.
Hurting, but I'm still here. That should be. I'm gonna have to make that one of those, like, one of those pictures for my Instagram. I'm hurting, but I'm still here. Okay, let's talk about me. So I'm on a 23-day Voyager. Been around the world and I can't find my babe. What's like that? Don't worry, people. I literally have been up for how long have we been on this? 37 minutes. Okay, that's how long I've been up. You want to see something funny? So I've got a nice top on with my PJs below. Don't you're in bed. At least I made it out of see?
So,
We're
okay.
gonna have to.
So I can't show you my PJs, but Jamaicans would call it bati riders. So we're just gonna.
Now we know why you had the pregnancy scare. Gotcha. So, hey man, you and your husband do your thing, man.
I cannot.
Hey, nothing wrong with bati riders, and I'll be the man on the. You look good, gal. You look like fresh vegetables.
Okay, and that's a wrap for chronic conversation.
That's a wrap just for the like under anything below and under that you don't see us wearing. Okay, so me. I with the most recent accident, I got an invitation to cross the border and come down south. So I'm actually in Cali, and I came down because it was starting to get cold in Toronto, and because the accident happened so early, like, again, not even 3 months ago, this cold is affecting my bones. Like Sheriffa knows. We like, shut it down. If we don't see no birds, we ain't coming out to play.
Like if I don't see the road alone, we're not going out. No road, no outside.
Outside. No, I get it. When we get to, we're all from Toronto, so when it gets like -7, when it gets like 2, we don't even have to get into the minuses. When we're like 3, 4, we're like, pack it up, get the firewood. We're like, we're done for the winter. So I decided to come down here. My first leg, I was in Tahoe doing some training and getting some mentorship. That was okay-ish, except for I got triggered off by, would you believe, a stinking alarm? Like someone doing a presentation with the sound set me into seizures, and that set me off. I'm now in LA. I haven't been able to post about it. So if you guys are watching, I will be posting about it. Don't worry, I'm trying to catch up.
If you see Idris Alba, just
I can't. So I'm down in LA. Well, not. I'm outside of LA because I'm not trying to go there with COVID. But I've been here for 6 days. I completely slept my first few days. Like my first day, I was out for like 14, 15 hours. It was just ridiculous. And then, unfortunately, Aunt Flo decided to show up, which is okay because at least I was settled. But that was a whole other conversation in terms of what that does. Look at all the girls are like, girl, I feel your pain. It's like gets pushed up and down. Then I couldn't walk. Then, even when I did my show on Friday, or Sabbath, I was having problems. I was having back problems. I was having problems just mobilizing my arm 2 days ago. Last night, for the strangest reason, I've been able to go to sleep at a good time. I didn't get to bed till like 3 o'clock PST time, which is like 6 o'clock your time, which is why. Oh, what are you pointing to? What I do? Sheriffa's pointing to something.
Do you find? Sorry.
Go on.
For the men that might be watching, do you find that as a woman, your aunt flow affects what happens to you pain-wise?
Oh, yeah. It affects what I eat.
Okay, so you were asking about my pinched nerves. I secretly feel that cramp I was getting in my lower back set that off. I didn't want to be the one to say it, but since you were moving in that direction, I had to bring it back. Yeah, definitely.
Have you seen a physiotherapist about it?
Aunt Flo caused that whole pinched nerve to be what it is right now.
Well, you got to remember, your body shifts. When we're taking on a whole bunch of water, different things are happening. Like when mine come, I always feel like my hips go from being like this to like, let me push you at, like, let me just, and I'm like, what are you pushing at me? And it's just like what the heck?
Up. Yeah, it tightens and
that affects our pain because people need to understand, like, our body is more sensitive to pain now. So when we have pain, it's like, okay, you think you got a bad day with cramps, and you're like, this is a 12. We're like, it's okay.
That person to say, oh, relax. There's no relaxing. Your body's first reaction is to just tense up and try to bear the pain instead of just letting it be.
Really? Is that what you do? That's not what I do.
Honestly, I feel it sometimes, like when I try to say, okay, like take a deep breath, when I exhale, I feel like, yo, Rifa, you were really like tensing up. Like after you really take that deep breath and exhale, you realize like, oh, I really tensed up. Like I feel more loose.
Okay. Okay. I mean, that's it.
You just said something, so I just wondering if it was.
No, that is like amazing. That's like completely amazing.
I saw Victoria nod her head, so I was like, maybe it's not just me where I'm affected like that.
No, it's not just you. Sorry, go on.
Literally all of my symptoms from everything, every angle is like extra when I'm on my period. And for the first day, I have to cancel all my plans. Like I know that the day I get my period, nothing.
I'm with you on that. I can't focus. Don't talk to me. I'm in a dark room by myself, like movies, eat what I want, drink what I want.
That doesn't help. You can't say that. That doesn't help. Because, so one of the things that I know is, we're talking about pain and everything. Have your water. Have your water while you're on it. Have your water before it. If you're increased. I'm not playing with you.
No, I'm
Y'all seem to. Like what we eat.
I've never been that person to manage it. Like even without.
So then you can't be on here talking about chronic pain conversations and you're not ready to manage it.
Bye. Well, bye. This is real talk. Listen, I ain't superwoman like you, boo.
You ain't what?
I ain't superwoman like you.
I'm not superwoman. I ain't your superwoman. Doom, 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 doom. No, I'm joking. She's like, you want people to come back and watch Khalilah. Stop.
I didn't want to say it, but you said it for yourself.
I'm only playing with you guys. These guys know, like right now, I'm being stupid with my singing.
But I've been that person, like in school, like I would pass out. Like I've never been that person to manage that aspect of my life ever.
Like,
Okay,
I
we look like we got
find
a new topic.
Yeah, we do. Because right now, my husband's like, right now, I'm not married to you. Like on a day like that day, he's not married to me. Like I'm single, he's single, we good. Like, don't talk to me. Pretend I don't exist. I pretend that you don't exist. Like, no, I can't. Listen, I will be by myself. That's it. Don't talk to me, nothing.
Victoria?
I honestly forgot what I was gonna say. I had something and it's gone.
My bad, Victoria, my bad.
It's okay.
All right, so Allie put up a mark here because today is our first day. I think we had a bit of a snag when it came to posting on the Facebook, which isn't a problem. But she put on a post here that says, explain what you can bring to the series, maybe each week. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, we're giving a shout out to Miss Allison Ford.
Manager. I already called her manager.
She's our behind the scenes woman taking care of everything. So go on, Allie. Keep giving us information. All right. What do you guys want to bring to the series for the next few weeks? For the next few, however, because we did a prep on this and we were like, I'm expecting like series 5. So, tell me, what is it that you want to bring to this?
I want to bring, first of all, I want questions that people want answers to. So,
okay.
I mean, we can always think of questions that want to be asked, but I think it's more authentic if we know someone's out there with a burning question that want questions answered. But I think we should go into, I guess, not maybe a whole like our topic, but touch on maybe allowing people to see what an average day is like. Like, for example, today we're not feeling great. So what would this average day look like without this? Without us doing this, what would it look like, kind of thing?
Okay. You can follow me at My Life as a Testimony. I'm like posting up tens machines. I'm posting up walking sticks. So
she lying.
Victoria does the same thing.
She lying. She did a photo shoot yesterday. She lying.
Actually, first and foremost,
Facebook, add her. You'll see it. I ain't lying. I'm the truthful one.
Actually, that photo shoot was taken before I left Lake Tahoe, and I'm in Cali right now. So no, baby boo.
She lied again. She made it look like she was still there 10 hours ago. Look at the post, guys.
Wow. Wow. So you're the one that's manipulative. That's what we've learned right now. She's not the truthful one. She's the manipulative one. She's the one that will take something and beware, people. Beware. She's supposed to have my back. You're supposed to be a chronic pain sister. How you just ran me out? My hair is doing like some messed up crap right now.
Blackmail.
So I don't understand. You don't love me. You don't hurt me. You're lucky I don't remove you from this. Be gone.
Bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. Yeah, so I think I want to know that we're answering questions that people want answers on. I'm kind of open and down to earth, so I'm not like. I think I might have a problem in maybe telling too much, and people are not ready for my answers. But for the most part, I just want to be the voice that, like, it's not just us three dealing with it, and no matter how simple people might think it is. We all deal with chronic pain to an extent, on a certain level. Like, my mom complains about a pain in her foot. I'm like, Mom, it's arthritis. Call the word. It's arthritis. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Carpal tunnel. Like, we all deal with it to an extent. It's something to be ashamed of. So I think it's just even more getting the word out there that you don't need to feel a certain way for being young and in pain, or being young and not in the mood to go cook your man some dinner and clean up the house. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to be that voice.
Exactly.
Say no when you want to say no.
See,
Yes.
that's actually a really important thing. Go on, B.
I'd say very similar to Sheriffa. I just want to keep it real and bring some awareness out there of like what it's like to really live with these things, because I see a lot of people have a lot of opinions about what it's like to live with this, but they may not realize what it really is like to live with this. And there are many others like us who are facing this who may not see their pain as valid, or may not see their journey as valid. And by sharing even just the realness of what we go through, it may help them bring some understanding. But also, I want to offer encouragement as well. We've all been dealing with this for many years, and I think that we've learned quite a bit through those few years. And I feel like each one of us has something to offer, different perspectives of how we deal with it. So I would love to offer encouragement and awareness.
Me. I want people to gain their voices back. Different topics I'd love to have on here are, you know, what are some of your meds? But medication, both Western and holistically. Like, we had a conversation practicing, and I was like, so how often are you guys like getting up and walking about? And both of you were like, what you talking about, Willis? And I'm like, if you don't, like, what you don't understand right now is if you don't get started walking now, when winter time comes, it's only going to hurt your body more, right? I've pushed through a lot of pain thresholds to get to where I am to obtain my movability, and I don't think that's good. Maybe may not be accessible for everybody, but what I want people to get from here, what I want to bring to the series is other fighters, bring awareness to other fighters. Because there's a lot of people that are both working in the system, working a 9 to 5, and how that happens, and how to give people an idea of how to tell the difference between someone that's able to work and not able to work. Then we've got things like what your clinical team looks like, what your resources look like. So many people in Ontario don't know that there's some resources that are available to them, don't know that they can get a disability permit, don't know that, there's things that can be reduced. There's different programs that can help us. I want to talk about what your life looks like. I think Sheriffa's idea in terms of, following our life is really interesting, which is why I'm posting on these 23 days. I want to help people advocate, because it's a catch-22. From my experience, from the social groups that are on like Facebook and other things like that, it's a dark space. A lot of people don't have a problem venting about their pain, which is valid, but you don't see so many people about their victories, you know what I mean? And if their victory today is, girl, I just got up and took a shower. I got up and I brushed my teeth. I got up and I actually made my own food. Shoot, I just got out of bed. I made it to the bathroom by myself without actually holding onto every single thing because of pain. We don't talk about those, like those little snack cups. So that's what I want to bring. I want us to bring a very clear conversation about what's going on, about how life is, about helping people figure out ways to try. And here's a disclaimer. Fibromyalgia is different to everybody. Chronic pain is different to every single body. There are 3 women on the call right now, and we're all experiencing pain in different ways, right? Just like if you go to work, you might be in the same department, but you all have a different job that you do. You're working on a book, but that book needs a different kind of attention, or, that project needs a different perspective. it is not the same for everybody, even though we may have similar symptoms that overlap. Not all the symptoms overlap. And so giving people understanding and hoping that people can pull to and from. That's me and my big mouth. Does that make sense? She went mute. Why are you muted?
Sorry. No, I was saying it actually made a lot of sense, and it was something that I was gonna actually touch on, something that I wanted to talk about, but you did, which are resources. Because I remember me and you had a conversation a few weeks ago, and you're telling me some resources that I had no clue was out there.
Really?
For me to, yeah, even though thing about someone coming to your house to do certain things or whatever the case is, I had no clue. So I think that's another thing that I really want to touch on is different resources that's out there for us to make use of.
You know, people don't even know that there's government funding, like there's ODSP, Ontario Disability Special Program, or something like that. There's different stuff. And in fact, I am excited. Somebody that I'm working with on my team, we're looking into grants. And one of the things that I would love to do, because one of the grants is being able to come up with a whole new concept project for things that are happening. And based on some of the stuff that I've done in my life, I would love for fibro fighters to have mini gyms or mini, like when we're talking about it, and they're like, Jim, I don't want to hear that word. No, I'm talking about a half a pound, a pound, a 2 pound. I'm talking about the bands. I'm talking about the yoga rollers.
Fibro people?
I'd like to start a program for chronic pain sufferers. So when we're talking about resources and stuff like that, there's so many things. So, you know, I'm on it. We'll see what the new year brings into it. I'll keep you guys updated on it. If you follow us or follow me, you can see all of our names on the bottom. I'll give you some more information about it. But as we're doing this, like, I want us to have funding in ways, girls, that you can't even imagine, right? As much as we're in COVID and we're doing this like masked up, not, you know, social distancing. Oh, heck no. We're going to be traveling. We're going to be having these conversations worldwide with people and giving them information. So, yeah. We got 2 minutes left. I kind of like this hour went by so quickly.
I know. So, I guess to close off, when
unlock yourself.
Huh?
Victoria, unlock yourself. We can't hear you, Mama.
Unlock. I'm like,
It's grilling again.
Oh, okay. Unmute yourself.
So my question is, when could they expect to see our faces again?
Well, that's up to you. I do this on a weekly basis. What do you guys do?
Oh, on a weekly basis? Whoa.
Do you have commitment issues?
Okay. So this is the first thing. These are the reasons why I mute myself, because things just come out that I don't care for it to come out, but not that I really want it to come out in this moment. The girls know me, but for other people who don't, I need a following, so I'm not trying to hurt my following. Anyways, I don't have commitment issues.
Kinda, maybe.
No, my only thing is that I only get 2 real days for myself during the week, because I do dialysis 3 times a week.
You do.
Right. So that's my only thing. But if I gotta make it work, then I gotta make it work. It's for the people. So I don't know what Victoria thinks. Victoria, how do you feel about this?
I am like fairly open. I feel like maybe bi-weekly is okay.
I'm with you on that one. I didn't want to say it, but I'm with you. Why a month? Yes.
Twice a month.
Yeah. And I mean, also, I don't know. Sorry?
This is what we agree to.
I don't know about you guys, but also like our Instagrams. I know Khalilah posts fairly often. I'm on and off with my posting, so you guys can follow us on our Instagrams too.
Oh, so secretly behind the scenes, guys, our manager Ali is asking for bi-weekly. She said it with a please. She said it with a please. So I think if we want to keep her on the job, we best just do bi-weekly.
You know what? This is what we have to do as chronic pain, chronic pain women. We do. We have to. You know, you're used to being able to say, you know, you catch news daily or you catch everything else. But I completely understand it because even today we're all having a hard time. So I get it. I get it. So I guess in 2 weeks, my loves.
So
2 weeks is on the 24th. I'll be back in TO by then.
Hold on, let me just.
What are you doing?
The 24th. You right. Chronic pain.
She's like, don't spread it around too far. So that's it, ladies. We're going to be doing this every 2 weeks. I'm excited. I'm really excited. We have a long list. Yeah, we have a long list of conversations that we want to have and things. So, okay.
So secretly, I feel like I had a different perspective of how this was gonna go, but I feel like I felt a lot better, and I was more like chill and down to earth because I don't know if we're being watched or not. I feel like if I knew we were being watched, then I'd be like chip cheerio. But because I don't know that we're being watched, I'm like, let's get it. Let's get it.
I can't with you. Okay. Is there anything else we have to do?
Nope. Follow me at McLaren.
All right. Big up. Everybody do your thing, and I'll close this out. Go on. So, Sheriffa, let us know, because it's not just about you being on Instagram. Talk to us. Where can we follow you on?
Oh, yeah. So you can
YouTube?
follow. Yeah, my YouTube is not a personal channel. It's a channel with me and my husband. So we do like pranks. We do vlogs. We do lives sometimes. So that is called The Thomas Life. You'll find it on my Instagram. So if you follow me there, you'll find it there. So subscribe and check me out.
Cool beans. V, talk to us. What is it? How can we follow you?
So you can follow me on my Instagram at Chronically Victorious. That's where I post about life with chronic pain. And I don't really use many other platforms right now. So you may see more from me in the future, but right now I'm just on Instagram.
Okay. Well, let's see what I got. I'm My Life is a Testimony. MLIA Testimony. You can follow me on Facebook or Instagram. I am on LinkedIn, and I also have my website, which is mylifeisaTestimony.com. And you can, any platform that you get on, you'll find my other platforms, and that's truly where you'll find us. So find us, follow us. We all have different perspectives, which is like completely amazing. And that'll be pretty much it. So I guess I'm closing this one up today. Is that right, lovelies?
Yeah.
Okay, so we decided, I know we're a little bit over our hour, but we decided that we wanted to close with something called a keep on moving moment. Every week or every time we do the series, every time we do an episode, one of us is going to go on and we're going to give you a little something to keep you moving. So I actually pulled up, I'm going to give you the option since we're not sure what's going on. So option is truth is, or option is hardships. Which one do you ladies want?
Hardships.
Hardships as well.
Really? Okay. All right. C.S. Lewis said, hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny. My thoughts on this is this. It's true. I am not an extraordinary being because I was born this way. The hardships in my life have chiseled away at this marble stone, and what is left is what you see. But let's talk about you. You are no different than me. Neither of us was born with special powers or given a book on how to navigate through life. You get to choose how you walk through your hardships, dance or cry in it, what you allow yourself to learn through it, and whether you walk out of it pack it up and carry it with you. I'll repeat, whether you walk out of it or pack it up and carry it with you. So, how will you let your hardships define your destiny? How will your mindset and perspective about hardships be moving forward? So XOXO, this is Khalilah, Sheriffa, and it's Miss Victoria. We want to say thank you so much for taking the time to watch us for the last hour and so. We are so excited to be bringing you chronic pain conversations, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We're going to post this. Let us know your comments. Let us know your likes. Let us know what topics you want to hear about. But we will see you in 2 weeks on November 24th. Deuces. Bye.